All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line.
I've been drinking tonight. Oh, no!
And some room to maneuver. 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start. But I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
To throw on 2nd down, Peterson. Jones has it. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Safety at linebacker. Nigga put safety at linebacker and shit. Shit bullshit.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Desmond King making the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen looking for Campbell downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Got a man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. That one good for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. He finds an opening past the 40. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Hines. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. 23 yards on the play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
At the Patriots' 26-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Rosen looking to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The reception good for 7. It's third down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I'm coming after you. Check.
2nd and 2. Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
We got 4. We got over.
Here's Peterson looking to throw on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I don't got this. Oh, I do.
Trying to run forward, Pollard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They run with Hines. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st down, Indianapolis.
Tight right. 3 down. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Quarter.
This is Hines. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
I can't get no block shit like that. The fuck?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Monday. 4 down. Pick the edge.
Rosen will throw. Looking for Campbell downfield.
Oh, I can't get it
That's
back.
going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Look at this shit.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Rosen to throw. Rosen is stripped of the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect,
Fuck that nigga
all
neck
the receivers in their patterns,
it's
going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. No chance. Off. 58 is a Mike.
To throw on 3rd down, Peterson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant you the play.
There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely.
And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Shoot.
Watch out, the play. Shit.
Now Peterson from the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what?
Look at this nigga.
I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Peterson. That's to his running back, Sonny Michel.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here.
Come on, take it to the hood. Take it to the hood.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say,
they got his man complete.
Come on, get more.
33 yards that time. That seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
no doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And it's second down.
on, bitch. I ain't playing no cover 2 no more, nigga. You ain't fuck that shit up for yourself. You ain't fuck that shit all the way up.
Single.
And now it's Rosen looking. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. J.J. Arthega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's third down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
We got three. Check 3.
Again, it's Rosen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I'm pulling the plug. This nigga go for 4th down. Ain't no 4th down there. You better punt the ball, nigga. You better punt that shit. Nigga. You better punt that shit. You passed the 50. Better punt that shit. You ain't about to cheat me, nigga. Better punt that shit. 4th down war. What the fuck? 4th down war. Punt that shit. Nigga. King ass, nigga. Punt that shit, nigga. What's 4th down war? I'm not about to.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Tight end's right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 36.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Oh, man. This nigga Chase crazy. I swear, Chase is so fucking crazy.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Fuck pass 50, nigga.
On 1st down, Pollard. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Peterson now to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Peterson, operating from the gun. That's out to his running back, Michel.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
They stopped him in his tracks. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check 99. Check 99. Hayward. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Cover. 26.
From the gun, Peterson. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Fuck.
Keep playing hard.
Fuck. Wish I had Tom Brady, bro.
Let's get it.
Fucking crazy, my nigga.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
58.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
58 to Mike. Hey.
Peterson on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Okay, my nigga.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. 56 to
Now Rosen. Being chased out left.
Get a fumble.
Can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Fuck, this
It's
nigga's
been a
both
tough one
teams.
for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
I woke up feeling like money. I jumped up, pulled my Gucci and my hat, got my strap.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. They go play action. It's Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down, Pollard. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Check 15. Check 15. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Let's watch. SOS. 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 Jim. 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 Check 52.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Shit is bullshit.
To throw is Peterson from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, my God.
And he fires one, but incomplete. The 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Here's Peterson throwing on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Peterson now looking to throw on 2nd down. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Peterson throwing on 3rd and long. Throwing right, and that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 4th down, Peterson. He'll rifle this one deep left. This is caught inside the 15. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the 1st quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And a loose football.
I know that ain't no trouble. I know that ain't no trouble.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line about the 1-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now here's Pollard. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sonny Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
You got that shit, nigga. That's that fucking wide receivers.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
That's why I traded for you. That's why I got wait for you. Julio.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Good go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And the Colts first down.
Wait.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run again with Hines. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 11 that time. The Colts first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know. Well conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Better want this shit. All that pattern shit ain't happening, nigga. You better want the ball, and you better clock it, bitch. Come on, this nigga thirsty for a motherfucking win. Thirsty ass bitch. Thirsty ass bitch!
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I got you.
Oh, come on!
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Hey, come on now.
Right there, 56.
Nigga go out, see you ass niggas.
On first down, it's Hines. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Barely got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
No pass attempt. No pass attempt. Go down the field. Now single pass attempt.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holloway. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Pollard going to try the right side. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Looking to throw. Peterson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, this nigga Julio. Oh,
and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there.
Right.
Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Check out, read. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Now Peterson throwing on 4th down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Let this nigga be injured for the whole fucking season, nigga. Let the nigga be injured. Please let the nigga be injured. Please let the nigga be injured. That's on you.
Here's Rosen. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And it's Michelle once again.
Oh, come on, Michelle.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for the Colts, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6, and they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time.
Safety at linebacker, bro. From LB.